Byron Donalds says, Democrats have no facts. Democrats have no answers. Democrats have no credibility. So they resort to name-calling, innuendos, and threats. Let's get real. Democrats have put the government through a 7-day shutdown just because they want to prove to the far left they can fight.
So I actually kind of agree with that. Actually, there's some evidence to that, though.
If that were true, I would say yes. Absolutely. I would like the Democrats to prove to me that they can actually fight.
Like, I'm entirely okay with the idea of the Democrats going, we've lost a lot of trust. Let's try to win that shit back by actually doing our fucking job. You know what? That sounds fantastic.
Did you see the clip of AOC saying Stephen Miller? She's like, I've never seen the guy in person, but he gives off the energy of someone who is like 4'10" and is trying to impress people by showing that he's really not 4'10". Like, he's giving off 4'10" energy. Sort of thing.
So it's just a giant short joke.
Yeah, but his response to that, like, he actually came out and put out a statement where he's like, I'm actually 5'10", and that's without shoes. Yeah. It was just, AOC's great.
Man.
And Katie Porter's running for governor.
I will be happy when every single Democrat realizes that the game that they should be playing is the game that's been played by Bernie Sanders and AOC for years. Mm-hmm. That I do not like Gavin Newsom, but Gavin Newsom finally fucking picked up on how to play that game.
Yeah.
In recent months.
Is he still doing the podcast where he sits down with right-wingers?
I believe he...
Or did he realize that was a really bad idea?
I have not watched to see... I only know what I know from looking at his tweets and shit. So I don't know. But I also agree it was a really fucking dumb idea. But it got everybody talking about it. Maybe that's what he was going for. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but then whoever he hired to manage the social media account is just killing it. But yeah, Gavin Newsom is a piece of shit. Like, you just always keep in the back of your mind that he is the kind of person that went out so that he could be seen on camera, taking away homeless people's possessions because they were in a place he didn't want them to be.
Yep.
And he thought that was a good look.
Yeah, he's not a good person.
As much as I appreciate his social media presence right now, that is the person behind the social media presence. Oh yeah, that's right. He started streaming Fortnite now.
But again, that's the type of shit that AOC did well before he started. Because AOC was doing the Among Us streams and shit where, and like doing things like hopping on H Bomber Guy's show to talk with them about the Donkey Kong subathon that he did. Like, again, it's neat that people who are going to be challenging Trump are willingly stepping into the media arena where they are better suited to fight somebody like Trump. But bear in mind, nothing that he's doing is novel. This is all stuff that AOC and Bernie have been doing for years to great success. He's quite literally years late to that train.
I really want Kat Abugazele to win. Are you familiar with her?
I'm not actually.
She's running in Illinois. She's an influencer. She's the one that she's got the same microphone as me, but it's got the blue thing on it.
Is she the blonde one?
I don't know what color her fucking hair is. Sure, she's probably blonde. She's the good-looking one that they keep pulling videos of her wearing, like, not entirely...
Yes, okay, I do know who you're talking about now.
Okay. Yeah, she's great. I highly recommend following her on social media.
Naki Bree says, "How do you do, fellow kids politicians?"
Yeah, that's what Chuck Schumer is trying to do right now. I really hope that he's just voted out next time they vote someone in who still has a pulse.
Yeah.
You don't know what her hair color. You don't know her hair color, but you know what her microphone looks like. Yeah. So he's
got that kind of autism.
So I've actually looked at that and been like, okay, every time I see the Shure SM7B, but with a blue foam thing on it, like these guys, they're easy to change out. Every time I see the blue one on there, I'm like, okay, I know that's Kat. I don't have to look at the face. I see the blue microphone. That's everybody else. No, I am not an audiophile. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
You don't know what his face looks like, but you know what kind of model train set he has? Yes. actually.
Yeah, exactly. It's that. But no, I see that and I'm like, oh, I should get because they're not expensive. I could get a different color foam thing for me because like every time I see the blue one, I know it's cat. So like, hey, if I get a red one, then it's like that's the rhino one or whatever, orange or pink or whatever. I don't know.
It's like with me with freaking magic decks. I can't tell you the name of everybody at my card shop, but I can tell you what deck they played last week.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, no, I'm not an audiophile. My audio quality is actually it's low enough that it bothers me, but I don't know how to fix it. An audiophile would bother to learn how to fix it. I also am I do try to minimize it, but I am very much aware that when I'm streaming, every time I move my mouse, when I put it back down on the desk, that little tiny I can't hear it. It's just like a little tiny think to me. But the microphone picks it up through the desk and it turns it into like this big loud thunk, and it drives me fucking nuts when I'm reviewing the files that Piper sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Once they cut down my stream. So yeah, I'm not an audiophile. I'm a wannabe audiophile, I guess, but I just don't have the patience to actually pay attention.
So you're an audiophile, but not a perfectionist.
No, I am a perfectionist.
You're a perfectionist, so you don't take the label audiophile.
Do you know?
So you
do you
don't
know
start
how many?
trying to perfect that.
Do you know how many little details I pay attention to in my videos that nobody will ever fucking notice? Like, talk to Piper sometime about our meetings that we have and how I'm like, oh, so you need to like, after I'm done talking, you need to let it play for like this many seconds or fractions of a second, and that's when you cut it off. And when I'm coming in to interrupt the person, you need to like make sure it's like here and there. Like I'm like, so many of these things are things that nobody will ever fucking notice, but I'm on Piper's case about, and Piper's been really good about it. But like, no, I absolutely am a perfectionist in the stuff that I actually know how to do. But audio stuff, it's just beyond me. I don't fucking know. I don't have a fucking clue.
Fair enough.
I was mad at there were two videos that they were recorded at the same time, so they had the same issue, and it was something that was like bad enough that I noticed it and people were commenting on it, so it was past my perfectionism to where the audience is actually noticing, but it was not bad enough to completely redo the videos, and I fucking hated it. Have you lost your shit about the new Audacity logo yet? I don't actually use Audacity.
I don't care about the fucking logo because I'm not a conservative.
Yeah, that too.
Like, I use Audacity because ironically the FFmpeg plugin, and now that I've said that exact word, somebody's gonna make that horrible. But the FFmpeg plugin for it is really helpful for removing noise from video clips.
Plug in to make you mpreg.
Like, it's really good at what it does.
Didn't you make a transparent joke by lowering the opacity slowly over the course of the video? No, I made Piper lower the opacity slowly. We had a meeting about that because I can't just send a text. We have to have meetings because I'm a fucking perfectionist.
This couldn't have just been an email?
It could have just been an email, but I'm like, no, we're having a meeting.
So I
will fly
boss.
all of my editors out. Like, no, whatever.
You're that boss. Oh, God.
I am a bad boss. Piper probably, like, I'm not consistent with the meetings. We're supposed to have meetings on Fridays at 4 p.m., but I'm not consistent about it because there's so many times just like, I've got too much going on, so no, we can't do it now or whatever. And Piper probably appreciates when I skip because, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Yes, I am that boss. I am a control freak. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Piper. Everybody subscribe on Patreon so that I can give Piper a raise.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Okay. I think we're on the third tweet now. This is going to be a long episode.
Oh, boy.
Okay, here we go. This is the one you referenced earlier. So, Canadian Patriot, I'm not sure how this is being patriotic to Canada. Fuck you, Canadian Patriot. You're not patriotic. Says, the United States electoral map, if only white males were able to vote. This is what the founders of America intended for their country. It's like, okay, first off, that's not true, but second off, if it were true, that just means your founders are idiots.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're not gods. They were not right about everything they said. They disagreed with each other a lot, so they can't be right about everything that they said. It says the United States was never supposed to have anything other than a far-right government.
But a far right government is one that is governed almost exclusively by conservatism, and conservatism is asking for things to go exactly the way they were 50 some odd years ago,
Yeah,
generally
they wouldn't have
speaking.
fought a
Yeah,
revolution
they wouldn't
for
have they
that.
wouldn't have fought a fucking revolution if they were conservatives.
No.
Like that's like disliking the current regime and fighting against it is almost always something that progressives are going to do more often. If you remember, the only way that you got right-wingers rallied enough to fight against the actual fucking government was when they were trying to keep their favorite orange shitbag in, not change what it was.
Yep. That's how it goes. Also, like, just from a historical perspective, the conservatives are always the bad guys. Every time. The people who are trying to keep things, they're fighting for the status quo, they always end up being the bad guys. The people fighting to preserve slavery, the people fighting against uh, desegregation, the people fighting against the Civil Rights Act, the people fighting against LGBTQ rights.
Also, just in general, the founding fathers intended. I don't have to give a flying fuck what the founding fathers intended. That's not on like that's not
Yeah,
one of my modus operandi. I don't have to give a shit
they
about what the
ain't
founding
gods.
fathers intended. They're dead.
The founding fathers all intended different things because they were all different people who publicly disagreed with each other about a lot of shit. So to pretend like the founding fathers is a monolithic group that all stood for one particular thing is just fallacious as fuck.
Like, I don't need this appeal to tradition. I don't need this appeal to populism. I don't need this, three fallacies in a trench coat bullshit. I don't. If what the founding fathers intended does not, at this moment, make America better for the people living in America and the people who want to live in America, then I don't give a fuck. And nor do I have to.
Also, it's worth pointing out that although white males are the most powerful group, they are a minority.
Don't tell Elon Musk
Because
that. He'll start asking us to breed.
most people, if you like ignore race, most people are women. It's about 51%, 51 to 49, usually. And then if you actually do take race into consideration, like men are already a minority if you ignore race, and then as soon as you say white men, as soon as any non-white men show up, that minority just keeps shrinking. So, like one of the conservative talking points that I've heard many times is they'll talk about the tyranny of the minority. This is exactly the tyranny of the minority that the founding fathers would have fought against. I mean, no, they did set it up so that only white men could, not even just white men, it was white landowning men. Yeah, there's no such thing as white anyway. It has no consistent definition. That is true. Back when the founding fathers were doing their thing, white was a category that did not include Irish people. And this is one of those things where like you can actually look at it, like it's immigration records that track this, because there used to be immigration quotas based on race. And so you got to see which people from which country were not considered white. And Irish people were not white for a good chunk of American history.
Yep. That's why they got to be the slaves.
No, that was the black people. The Irish people were the servants that were very poorly paid.
Though we also had Irish slaves.
Oh, probably, yeah. That doesn't surprise me all that much. I mean, that was actually in Les Miserables,
It was
the book, not the musical. Thénardier, that was his punishment at the end, was he was actually sent to the colonies to be, he didn't use the word slavery, it was like essentially an indentured servant until his debt to society was paid.
Yeah, so the Irish were indentured servants, and the thing is, the word slave is almost always attributed to chattel slavery. So it's almost for better or worse, it is usually describing the specific kind of slavery that we imposed on black people in America. But the term slavery is a far more broad term than just that term, because there are this is the little
for the sake of the Christian apologists that are undoubtedly listening
this is
this
the
far
dumb
into the
little
stream,
hang up.
they're all bad.
Yeah, this is the dumb little hang up that Christian apologists try to use to say the Bible doesn't endorse slavery, when there's a ton of different instances of slavery that is endorsed in the Bible.
Indentured servitude is also bad.
Yeah.
Making prisoners slaves is also bad.
Like, it may not be specifically chattel slavery, but when I am using a broad term to describe a broad idea of person not being allowed to engage in what they want and to be free, and instead have to be in service to another, there's a word that describes all of those ideas unilaterally, and it's called slavery.
Okay, next tweet. So Oliver Burdick said playing video games all day is sin, to which Dale Partridge replied, playing video games all day is gay.
Then I guess I'm a gay fucking sinner. I'm gonna go suck some dick.
Okay, that settles that then.
Like,
you're both gay as fuck.
Like, I don't care. You want to call me gay? I don't think it's an accurate term to describe what I am, but I don't give a shit. You want to say it's a sin? That's cool. You're saying that I offended your God? That's super neat. I don't think the guy exists, so fuck if I care.
Yeah, like I'm like, who even fucking cares? Like, so his justification for this, he responded to someone else later on. He was basically saying that the reason it makes you gay is because if you're playing video games all day, then you're doing that instead of pursuing a woman, and that makes you gay.
I have a woman, and I play video games with her. Gay, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they have other reasons that they would call that relationship gay.
Yeah, the dick I sucked.
Yeah, that. Whereas my thing, so here's the thing. I do enjoy playing video games. Mm-hmm. My partner permits me to play video games. And she also knows that with like a single glance, she could completely distract me from my video games and have me like I'll set down the controller without even pausing the game. Be like, okay, I'm coming. So like, it's just a fun thing that I do sometimes for fun.
I've been playing World of Warcraft this entire time.
Actually, that's a thing that I thought it would be. So, I play Timberborn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's occurred to me my hours played in that have been creeping up, and I'm just like, how have I gotten so many hours in that? And it didn't occur to me that like, oh yeah, there's a lot of waiting in that game. So there's like, I'll set up a thing, but then I need to wait for the resources to come, but I don't have time to play. So I'll just leave it running in the background for like the entire weekend. Like, okay, I guess Steam probably counts those hours even though I'm not actually playing the game. So like, when I saw the hours I have in Timberborn, I'm like, holy fuck, do I have a problem? I was like, oh no. It's just when I leave it running for the entire weekend. That's 48 more hours, even though I didn't play it.
That's why I had so many hours in Sonic Adventure 2 as a kid. Yeah, I played the game a lot, but sitting around in the Chow Garden waiting for them to age so that I could do other things in the game. A Chow year is 2 hours, and I set that shit to a timer and then played other video games.
Coming is a fun thing that you do just from a glance.
Yeah, when I glance at Saki.
Yeah, it is.
It's a wild thing to be attracted to a
right
partner.
Glance? Absolutely. Okay. Eric Hovind says, no matter what you're seeing or feeling, God is still in control. Well, then God sucks at being in control.
Yeah, he's like, look, can I have God in aggro instead? Or like in combo? Because I'm so tired of God playing fucking control. This is awful. This experience is dumb.
Yeah, I'd really like someone more intelligent to be in control.
I just realized that despite now actually playing the card game that I play, some of the terminology for different card game styles is still going to just completely go past your head.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what you mean by aggro.
Naki Bree says God is mono blue. He has omniscience. God damn it!
I don't know that one either.
In blue, there is a card called Omniscience.
Okay.
And it's one of the most famous win conditions for blue decks.
Okay.
Explaining the joke makes it way funnier. So, when you are playing Magic the Gathering, Control, or a lot of card games, Control is one of the archetypes decks can fall into. Aggro is something closer to like your Emiria deck, where it's, here's a lot of things that are going to be punching you really, really fast. Combo is going to be closer to, you don't have anything that technically does combo, but Sauron's kind of close, where I would like to play a card that now does a thing with another card.
I lost like 25% of my Sauron deck. I don't know where they are. I still haven't played it. And I'm kind of mad at myself at that, because like I brought it with me to, like, last time I played Magic with the kids, I brought my Sauron deck being like, I'm finally going to bust this out. But then I'm like, I only have like 70 cards and Sauron is missing.
If you can send me a list of the cards you do have, I can.
That sounds like work.
I mean, you can just take pictures of them. Like, I can do the list part.
Also sounds like work.
Motherfuck! I'm trying to say, if you send me what you are missing, or just send me what you have, because I can check it against the deck and see what you're missing. I can send you the things to fix it up, because I've bought that deck at least twice, so I know for a fact I have its component pieces somewhere in my house.
One of the things I'm missing is Sauron.
Yeah, I've got like 5 of those.
Okay.
I did a whole video on Sauron, the Commander of Lieutenants, as a thing where it was like, hey, the commander sucks, so let's put 20 other commanders in the deck so that Sauron can reanimate them, and we'll just warp our strategy around whichever commander happens to come out first. So I have a bunch of Saurons, because I used to play that deck a lot.
Okay.
And then I stopped playing it because people gave me complaints about it being far too powerful, and I just kind of tilted my head and went, what the fuck did you expect out of Sauron?
Lord of Ozkalak says, what happened to free will? So Christians have to have this dichotomy going on in their head.
Do you think God controls us by putting his God hand up our butt and controlling us like sock puppets?
I mean, he is omnipresent, so
He's
yes.
tickling my butthole right now.
Absolutely, 100%.
Fuck yeah.
But that also means that when I peed earlier tonight, that was directly into his mouth.
Daddy God, please let me come.
Every time you come, it's a facial for God.
Daughter Tiamat says,
doesn't matter where it is.
Daughter Tiamat says, which Sauron? The 8-mana Sauron, who's the leader of the pre-constructed deck. The actual bad Sauron. The commander's bad. The card is awful. That's why I wanted to make that deck. It's way more fun to make strong decks out of bad cards than it is to find all the best cards in the game. I don't give a shit about the best cards of the game. I want to win with the garbage.
That also means you're sitting on God's face. That's hot. Yeah, God, you take my butthole right on your fucking... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Fennec sent me a YouTube link. I'm nervous.
You're nervous because it could be anything.
Fennec hasn't sent me anything that's going to get me banned. It's HYCYBH official video by Tom Cardy. I'm not familiar with that. Something about a colonoscopy. The first comment is, I sent this to my wife who was getting a colonoscopy. I do not think she found it funny. So Okay.
This means when I'm getting a colonoscopy and they're getting all of the little poopies out of me, God's directly chasing them on the way out.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. I'm not going to play the video, but I am going to play the audio.
When my roommate comes into the room looking for his car keys, I don't say it yet.
I don't want to get copyright struck, so I'm going to pause it occasionally.
I don't say it yet.
And when he gets me off the couch to check underneath the couch cushions, I don't say it yet.
What doesn't he say yet?
No. And then when he says out loud, I wonder where my car keys are, I
Wait, let's speed this up a little.
still don't say it. I still don't say it yet. But then he asks me, do you know where my car keys are? I look at him in his face and I say, have you checked your vitals? Get up,
Okay.
Have you checked your butt vinyls?
Butthole.
Oh, have you checked your butthole?
Have you checked your butthole? Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Also, Sean Helfin says, can you make a Wonder Woman Amy Rose deck? No, because Wonder Woman's not in Magic yet. But they're in the middle of a Marvel collaboration, so I know that fucking DC's coming.
Fennec says, when have I ever steered you wrong? I don't remember, but I'm sure there was a time.
Have you checked your butthole?
God is in control. In your butthole.
Danganronpa sample heard. Danganronpa's really good. It's a really good show.
Okay, if you say so.
It's Saw if it was anime.
Shh, that sounds terrible.
It's great.
So Evelina Hahn, not sure how to say that, so I'd go for the overpronunciation, says, lefties try to insult me and my husband by saying we are siblings. Guess what? We look alike because we are the same people, and that's the whole point. We want our people to continue to exist. So actually it's a compliment, but they don't understand that. You inbred motherfuckers. You inbred racist motherfuckers.
I don't understand the...
You don't understand? They're saying that we look alike because we're the same people. We are the same race. We're the same...
So she's saying she's boring?
She's saying that she's racist as fuck, and she's proud of the fact that she's so racist that she's willing to be inbred.
It's like, she just sounds boring. Like, I wouldn't even put that up as a tab on Pornhub. That's just boring.
Well, I avoid the incest stuff on Pornhub. I don't understand
it's at
why
least
it's so
a step away from incest.
I kind of get why it's so popular, because it's one of those things where it's like, that is a very specific kink, but putting the step in there makes it far enough away that most vanilla people are going to be fine with it. They can ignore that. So like, it's kind of a casting a wide net scenario, but it still bothers me and I hate it.
Another cat says it's a step bro away. Exactly.
Rhino Rapscallion says, sweet home Alabama.
You know what's wild? Alabama gets all of the jokes about incest, but it is one of the states...
But it's always Oklahoma in the news.
I didn't know it was always Oklahoma in the news. But it is one of the states where it's illegal, apparently.
Is child marriage illegal?
I don't know. Actually, I'm waiting for some YouTuber to make a video about it so I can find out.
You know what? It's about a coin flip in the States.
I know that Tennessee tried.
Yeah.
They tried really hard.
And the Republicans were like, no, we like raping children.
Makihito says one of the states. Well, because, like, I'm fairly certain there's states where it's not illegal. And then, like, it's the same thing with the child marriage thing. We saw Tennessee desperately try to get child marriage back on the books.
Yeah, no, the child marriage thing is about half of the states
allow it still.
Allow it.
Yep.
And when you look at the list, there are some surprisingly progressive states that, it's still technically legal to do child marriage.
Hellbound Hillbilly says, so you mean in Alabama it was enough of a problem they made a law about it? That actually is a way of looking at it.
That does make sense.
That tracks, actually. No, you're right.
It's like, we didn't think we had to tell you all not to do this, but you better not.
That was the step they took.
Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you.
Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie-chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard.
Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Just a little bit.